Welcome to Junkyards and Barn Finds, and this is Model Monday. Here is the cab, and all the green will stay white and all the white that you see right now will be painted red. So let's see how it turns out. Guess we'll figure it out. I just painted the blanket blue, so we'll see how this came out here real quick. I just wanted to do a color that was like a color that you can see if you look through the front windshield. That'll show up in the sleeper, because you know we all have weird colored blankets, so I think it worked out. Hold on. Here came with two of the plates that go on the back, so I just wanted to try something. So I took the other chrome plate that we're not going to use anyway, and I painted it, oops, and I painted it. So I took this plate that actually was chrome, and I just wanted to paint it and then sand it to see if I could get all the chrome plating on the diamond plate to come out. Let's see what it would look like. So there's the bed in the back, and then we can use some of this panel accent we'll put on there. The panel accent will kind of highlight the wrinkles and stuff in there. But that looks just like a bed and blanket that you would see in the back of a sleeper cab. Tape off of the cab. Let me pull the tape off here. Let's see. It's a little sticky. That's all right. So we can pull this tape. Let's see. See how the actual cab comes out. Let's see. So it's getting there. Now, you know, the lines don't have to be super sharp, so I'm going to use a black Sharpie to be the black line that you see in all the real trucks. If any of you are old enough to remember BJ and the Bear, that was the truck paint design that I was looking for. And I got close to it. Let's just see. So when I use the black highlighter to put the black between the red and the white, I think it will work fine. I think it will look okay. So there you go. So it's kind of the design I was going for. It's not perfect. Like I said, we'll use the black Sharpie to put the lines in, because there is a black piece of black line that goes between them, and that'll be perfect. Alright guys, so we just painted the frame. We're just painting the last of all these parts. There's over 300 parts, so a lot of this stuff has to be painted prior to it going on. Now, alright, day 3 of the build. We're still not done the engine, but we're done as far as what we can do with it until we put it in the frame. And we're just test fitting the back wheels just to make sure that we have the proper clearance, because a lot of the stuff, we have these air brakes that still have to go on, we have the brakes that have to go on, but we now have the back axles spaced and glued, and we have the airbags for the airbag ride in there, shocks, we have pitman arm, steering box, and front suspension with hubs. So these models take a while. You have to take your time. The reason I had to test fit, just putting the wheels there, is to make sure that there is the proper amount of room and the ride height is going to be correct. So that's why we also, when I use this here, so if you look, yeah, Daisy's awake, it's like 8 a.m. So if we look here, you can see everything lines up really well. Using the grid, that all the axles are at 90, so they're all approximately the same. If you look at the chart, they're the same length apart, so they're 90. You can see the frame is very straight, it's flat now. So we're just going to keep on building away. We only have about 200 more parts to put together. Attaching these air brakes and the backing plates, once you've figured out that these are, you're going to have to put these backing plates, which is basically the brakes with the air brakes with the backing plates, and the backing plates will fit on here with the metal axles going through. And so you really need to make sure that these are parallel to the ground when you're putting them on, because everything about this is about alignment of the wheels. So when you put them on, just make sure you put them the right way. Follow the directions right here. Put them together. I glued mine together first with the air brake with the backing plate, and then I'm going to be putting the brake plate on there. And if you have to clip this the little stem that comes off there, if you have to clip that, clip it, because it's better that these be correct than, I know this little thing's supposed to go through the hole in that backing plate, but it may not fit, so you might have to clip it a little bit. So this is the end of part 2, and right now we have the engine pretty much built until we can put it in here. We have the whole front of the everything down to the hubs for the front wheels, the rear wheels, we have the axles in. Now here's the thing with the metal axles, they're basically wire axles. They are too long, so once you get your once you get them in there, you have to cut them, and I had to use this to cut so I don't bend them or anything else. You're gonna have to cut them, the piece of metal. I think I cut a piece off that was, you might be able to see it right here. I can't see it anywhere. Anyway, probably about 1/8 of an inch off the back, but all I did was basically I pushed the end in one side of this plastic hub, then it came out the other end, and then I figured out how much I had to cut off to have the hubs. If we look inside here, so you see the plates there that are in back. So you basically, those plates will fit inside these hubs. So you just have to cut off the amount of metal wire for the axles so that the hubs will fit on there. So next we'll come back. We will be at number 3 on this series. We are actually on day 3 or day 4 on this right now. So just wanted to kind of catch you up. So watch next time. We'll be probably putting these up all week long, so you'll be able to see them almost every day. Thanks, and please subscribe, and we'll get back to our regular cars as well. But I just wanted to kind of build a nice truck model, and like I said, if I'd have done this all in one video, it would be like 3 hours long, and we're not doing it that way. So all right, talk to you guys later. Thank you. This is the bottom, and I didn't wipe that, and I should have, and that's a perfect reason why you need to wipe plastic, because there was a little bit of grease on there, so I'm gonna have to repaint that. And then we had to repaint the one side of the cab because this side was fine, but this side over here, it was a little crooked, so I just had to clean that up. So once all this stuff dries, I think we've got everything else painted. So now we have paint, chrome, and everything else, and we can finish putting the whole truck together. You can use a Sharpie like I'm doing here, and you just, because this paint job had a black line, so I'll straighten that out. Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.